Hello, everybody. It's your boy Dante, aka Bloodless, aka Sawyer, and today I have the honor to bring to you a late night special. Miners Division 1 Matchday number 11. Up on the schedule, we got Rapid versus London, Paris versus North Shore, and Krunthrep versus Kapstad. Uh, it's a little weird seeing Kapstad actually playing in the third and final game when I feel like every game I've commentated for them, they played in the second one. But hey, get to see my player last, which probably for the best. It's ugly at times. We call it rookie growing pains. But either way, welcome on in, everybody. Grab a snack, grab a pillow, grab a blanket, get cozy, up in here as we settle in for an hour of SSL. About an hour of SSL simulation football. European, I guess. European football. We don't. It's semantics. Semantics, man. I know that one person watching this is like, or one or two people are just pointing that out. But I don't care. And we're off to the races. King and hit Muro loses it. Not what you want to see to start off the match. More to De Soto, who hits it all the way back to Stevens, who kicks it long, booted down, picked up by Quackredo, out to the wing to Bryant, and the counterattack, I guess, has started. Intercepted though. We hit all the way down, and it could be headed and picked up by Harper. More gets it, pass it to Bryant. Almost loses the ball. Gets it to Sai. Ooh, but there's a lazy pass and Xero intercepts. He's gonna take a one touch around off the woodwork. Wow. That post stands there like a mighty tree, and Mixero yeah, I can't speak to that, man. But he had absolutely no chance. And O'Neal kind of just he flopped. He flopped real hard there. He really, really wanted that penalty. He did not get it though. Free kick from the other side of the net. Goes nowhere. To be expected, though. Toss in by Lizard to Mendez, back to Lizard. Lizard's going to duck in, going to take the shot, bounce off a body, headed just outside the box. And now I was made aware that this is going to be a couple minutes here, as our beautiful simmer had to answer the door during this time period. So that's always fun. But usually I could say we could just cut away from this or something. Nah, there's no need. We don't need to cut away from this. Instead, why don't we go take a little walk down memory lane? Not that I have memories. I'm a goldfish. I'm like a goldfish, not a wolf, a goldfish. I'll ask you guys a question here while we're waiting. And feel free to ping me with your response. I know it's been a while since I said that you guys could do that, but you have permission. Let's see. What's a good one? If you could choose one player from each team in the World Cup, assemble your squad and tell me. One player from each team. Well, that was fast. I really made that go by fast. I'm a natural. I'm a natural time waster. Either way, DeSoto gonna kick it to Quackery Doo, up to Bryant in the middle to Mormor. Yeah, and Kane's on him like glue. Warmer does get space to cross it, finds space, funny enough, and the header is easily collected by the goalie. So, Inter London and Rapid, two teams which have played pretty questionably so far this season. Ooh, the pass on Nikosu. Finds Bryant with the pass, and looks like Ban, or what's his name? Ban? Bon? I don't know. But either way, it looks like he had his hand up and almost handballed it, so. Okay, well, oh, Nikosu with the, give that man an Oscar. Wow, that acting was absolutely legendary. So, Inter London has a red card, Nikosu has the opportunity, and, oh my god, the disrespect is insane. Nikosu gets a red card, and then he delivers an injury to Mendes. My god. Ah, yeah, that was, wow. That's insane. He injures Mendes after getting a red card. He fakes an injury and then delivers an injury. I think we take away all his goals on the season because of that and give them to me. Also, Lizard had a really nice shot there, but I'm sorry. It was a good attempt. Right idea. Poor execution. Do better. Mormor heads it down. It's going to be picked up. Sai hits it to space to Bryant and to Mormor. Has to go through in the middle. Going to find him? No. Finds Crackery Doo instead for the goal. His first of the season. Congrats, Crackery Doo. You have a silly name and I love it. So yes, I'm glad he didn't find Nikosu. Nikosu, that was some mad disrespect there. He acts injured in order to get the red card on London. And then delivers an injury to Mendes. And now his team is up 1-0. Coincidence? I think not. Either way. We'll see a kick from their own corner by DeMarco. Pass around, intercepted by Evil. Space has it. It deflects off Lizard. Space has it there still, but Gagny picks it up. Ryan picks up a loose ball, I'm sorry. Mormor shoots! And from distance, wow. And the goalie is to deflect that one. That was a rapid sequence of events. Pun only partially intended. Harper throwing. Toss it to Evil. Manages to get through the crowd and pass it to Squid. All the way back to De Soto. Up to Quackradoo, who shoots from distance, and a pretty good attempt. Although, unfortunately, it's not on target. I don't blame the keeper for jumping for that one. Actually, yes, I do. Goalkeepers are kind of my arch nemesis. So, like, you know. I am a striker, so what did you expect? Either way. So far, neither team has really played like they actually want to win this game. Negosu's acting skills just kind of made it so, you know, Rapid has an advantage. You know what? I guess you do what it takes to win, right? I just find it pretty silly that he also injured Mendes right after. So I will continue to slay him for that one. Well, forget about next week. Kane tries to pass it, but Crackery is right in the way of that one. Erickson does pick up a loose pass. Pass to DeMarco, to Gagne, back to Erickson. To the goalie, Kaga once more, who boots it long, down the left. Headed into Rivers. Pass to Kane. This is a good chance for them if they can find a gap in the defense. So they're down a man, so it'll be hard. Gagne into Lizard, who shoots! And that is a wasted opportunity. Oh my god, he actually had a great shot to even the score. They have to play counterattacking right now because they're down a man. Header goes over. But man, that was an excellent chance for Lizard. Oh well. Crossed in from the corner. Oh my god. And fills the space with his shot. But now that is a goal. Look at that. More to fill space. I think it bounced off someone based on how it kind of like jerked to one side after it was shot. By the way, Lizard up to O'Neal. O'Neal's going to dance around. Pass back to Eriksson. They're going to try it from the opposite side. DeMarco to Kane. Going to lose it to Bryant. Bryant's going to look to pass it to Quackredo to DeSoto. Back to the goalie Stevens, who hits it long. Clears it out of their own half. Lizard heads it back into the half to the Bar. To O'Neal. Back to Bar, but it's intercepted by Sai, who clears the ball once more. Eriksson picks up the loose ball. He's going to lose it to Gosu, who's free. 3 guys on him now, though. He doesn't have the speed to get past everybody. Doesn't have anyone in the middle. Finds Evil wide, though. And Evil, unfortunately, yeah, it doesn't work out. The Gosu doesn't have the speed to get past everyone there, which, unfortunate for him. So, could have been a stunning way to make this a 3-0 game. Unfortunately for Rapids, and fortunately for London, it doesn't go that way, so London's still in the game. And speaking of in the game, Ryan O'Neal taking the just the lobbed up pass, heads it right down into the net. Yeah, that throw in instantly, Gagny hits it upwards. Doesn't bother to trap the ball. Respect. Good play. That's how you need to play when you're down a man. Be super quick with everything. O'Neal loses it. Squid gets it. Pass it back to Stevens. Gonna pass it to DeSoto. Now into side. Quackredo finds Evil in the middle. Up to Ngosu. Has Bryant. Needs to find him. Finds him. Bounces off the bar. And Evil, what are you doing? You've played good so far, Evil. Why do you have to ruin it by doing that? By just absolutely going full blast on the ball there. No finesse, just all power. Ooh, Kane shoots it, but bounced off Stevens. That was kind of nuts. Stevens gonna boot this long once more. Finds Rivers, but it's intercepted by Quackredo once it falls to the ground. DeMarco heads it all the way back. Sai intercepts it once more. Bryant tries to get into Gosu, but it's a pretty crappy pass, to be honest. So DeMarco picks it up, passes it into the middle to Rivers. Bad touch by him. Evil has it, hits it to Bryant. Sorry, Ngosu. Shoots and scores. I mean, come on, look at that. They had 3 guys all clumped up in the middle, not a single person on them. That felt like it was destined to be a goal at that point. Look at that. All 3 of them. Because Eriksson is caught out of position. That's pretty wild. And they're all onside. Still, good finish by Ngosu. Dishonorable player, but this game at least, but still good finish. Bryant has it. Oh god. The shot is deflected by the keeper, I believe, into the net. You hate to see it. Yep, off the keeper. So it's quickly turned from a back and forth to a one-sided beatdown to a one-sided curb stomping. Gagny has a chance to change their fortunes a little. Does not. Not a terrible shot or anything, but a good save. From the corner, it's O'Neal. Eriksson gets the ball. Pass back to Rivers, into Kane, back to Eriksson. Tries to get the bar, intercepted by Bryant because of pressure. Puts it to space, he fills the space. Then to side, bad pass. He intercepts somehow though. Squid. Bryant hits it upwards but doesn't find his mark, so Gagny intercepts, past the Lizard, then up to the left to O'Neal. Now to Barr. Hits it all the way across McZero. It's going to dance around before passing it to Barr. Manages to hold on to it and cross it to Kane. Kane's going to look for either a pass or a shot. Finds Gagny, who shoots. Bounce off a body, so space collects. Not too shabby, folks. On the bright side, at least the attacks are actually exciting. Oh! And, goes more. Going for a, jumping volley power shot. Do that again, dude. Or not. Bryant picks it up, pass to DeSoto. All the way to Harper, who's going to try and use the speed to get past people. Does. Cross it into the last second to Bryant, who shoots and Kakao blocks it. Good block by him, actually. He did well keeping his wits about him and following the ball after that cross. Ngosu hits it to Bryant, back to Ngosu, back to Bryant. Loses it to McZero, who clears it, forces a throw-in. Mormor has the toss-in. Pass Crackerdoo, back to Mormor, now to Bryant. Crackerdoo to Harper, in the middle. Dance around, finds Squid. Squid's going to carry this up. Cross it into Ngosu, who shoots. And the header goes over the net. I love seeing Angry Lizard booked on the penalty sheet there. it's so funny. He got booked twice, but oh my god, Angry Lizard. That's a fantastic name. Kane has the ball, loses it to Ngosu on the tackle. And that's full time, folks. Again, the highlight of the game was not one you'd expect. Maybe it's the one we deserved. I don't know, man. Yeah, look at all those. So many yellows and what, 3 injuries? Or 2 injuries and an injection. Either way. Paris versus North Shore is up next. How will this game go? Who knows, man? Who knows? Actually, no, I know. I could look ahead if I really wanted and find out, but I'm not going to. I like reacting to it in real time. Then you guys get to hear all my mistakes and everything. And I think the sim just said that Paris has only conceded like 5 goals in 10 games or something like that. Which, if that's true, that's pretty nuts, actually. Either way, Fox has the ball, gets it up to Marino. Might be an offside. Hits it out, so it doesn't matter anyways. Little too excited on that one. So we got North Shore in a 4-1-1-2-1, I think it was. Something like that. Baron's son Right, aka Bear. Oh my god. I didn't really expect that, to be honest. Those are like routine shots we usually just see saved. But Owen, look at that. From the edge of the box, like, yeah, we just see those shots saved all the time. But Walt just, he doesn't really move enough for it, he just falls in place. So he kind of lets that one sneak in. Either way. There's one thing we are looking for today, folks. And that is a Miko Rashford goal. 10 goals in 10 games. And he is at 199, folks. That's right. If he scores today... and there we go, folks. 11 goals in 11 games. And as I'm bringing it up, who else but Miko Rashford II is there to score and not only even the field, but also secure his 200th goal. I really hope I'm not, like, wrong and that happened, like, last week or something. That'd be pretty unfortunate. Very, very, very unfortunate. No, I'm definitely right. Maybe? Yeah? Probably. Either way. It's an excellent play at the end of the day, so gotta love it. One sec, I can... Let's see. Yep. That indeed was his 200th goal. So congrats, Miko Rashford II. Again, unrelated to Miko Rashford the first and the third. But, you know, acting. Wicked shot, but goes way over the bar. Looks like it might have been tipped, though, by the keeper. Or apparently it was tipped by the keeper. Maybe I don't give keepers enough credit. Nah, you can't be that good if you're allowing 200 goals to one of 3 Mikos. Miko? I don't know. Good shot from Nelson on the free kick, but goalie makes an equally good save. So, Bear. Gonna boot this in. Bounces out. Kovacs picks it up. Gonna look for goal. Pass it to him. Shot taken, but Finterhausen gets the rebound and takes the shot. It goes wide. Someone give me a career highlights video on of all 200 goals from Miko Rashford. And then someone also get me one from all 3 of them. That'd be funny. Either way, Bear takes a good shot there, but it's nice grab from the keeper. Next house, we'll take us to the other side of the field. Nate Marino kicks this in from the corner. Picked up by Jameston. He's going to dance out to the left. Has 2 guys on him. Loses it. Oh my god. He loses it to Pena, but steals it back. He's going to cross it all the way to goal. Pass it to Nelson, who shoots. And it's off the mark, but bounces back to Owen Goal, who I think is onside there. If he is, that is number 2. 2 honestly very good goals so far. That was a pretty quick turn of events. I think it's okay. It is. Acton back to Empire. Into Finterhausen. Then the volley goes to the too far to the right. Well, North Shore is only down by 1 goal. They still have time to defeat the demon known as Paris. Because, let's be honest, it doesn't matter who you are, what division you're in, it doesn't matter. We all know that Paris is one of the strongest teams we've seen in a single division. Durandis gets it to Empire, looking and finds the space, almost manages to slip that into the far corner, but unfortunately for North Shore, it does go wide. So Yerkel gonna carry this one in, tackle away by Nelson. Jameson to Empire, to Kovacs, up to Nelson. We got an injury. It's gonna be Goal, who scored the 2 earlier. Crossed in, Gerard heads it away. Kovacs gonna pick up the loose ball though. He shoots and it goes wide. Bring our attention back to Owen Goal. Again, scored 2 goals, but now he's going to be subbed off as his night comes to an end. An early end. His body language was convinced. He had an excellent game. Okay. I don't really know what to do with that information. Either way, Gaisberg to Ney Marino. Gonna look for his shot route, but doesn't find one. Tentacles picks up the rebound, loses it to Suzuki. Doesn't even try, honestly. Suzuki's gonna hit this long, try to get to Kovacs, but Gerard easily picks up the lazy pass. So Rashford, despite having scored already, they are down. He was just kind of angry about life. Understandable, dude. Alrighty. Own goal with an 8.5 rating. 2 goals on the night. No own goals. I think those might have been his first 2 goals of the season. Also, North Shore is on the score sheet despite only having a 0.46 XG. Either way, folks. Acton will come out for Austin, who still never told me how to say his player name, so I refuse to say it because I feel like I don't know, man. I don't want to butcher that one that badly. Jameson heads it down to Suzuki. Tyrannus picks it up. Picks up the pass. Tries to pass it in, but Gaisberg just body blocks it pretty easily. Better to concede the corner than a goal, I guess. So Bear. Austin and Jameson back to Bear. And to Fenterhausen, who goes for the field goal. See, this is it. Like, they got Lumberjack on their team. Lumberjack always mentions when he was commentating, like, you know, when it goes way over the net, he says it's a field goal. Fenterhausen wanted to remind us that, you know, field goals. He wanted 3 points. Austin takes a good shot, but Wall tips it over. Empire. Gonna kick her from the corner. Easily collected by Wall. He was played pretty good tonight. Well, when he's not conceding goals to Owen Goal. Betsia to Bear. To Venterhausen. To Nelson. To Tyrandis, who's going to try and shoot, I think, right? Does! It bounces off the post. Wow, okay. Paris, man, that post is really doing its best impression of a 12th man on the field. It's impressive. Oh, that one bounces everywhere but inside the net. I think it bounced off the crossbar and the post and the ground, so yeah, everywhere but the net, inside the net. Fenterhausen passes to Nelson. Gonna carry back a little bit, back to Fenterhausen. Now to Jameson, to Tyrandis. Gonna dip in, pass it short. Tyrandis gets it, gonna shoot. Great block by Wall. Ton of bodies in the way, vision blocked. Probably didn't see until the last second, so good on him for making that save. The header off the corner is gonna go behind the net, so nothing there. Wall's gonna boot this short to Payne. Stolen away. Empire has it in front of the net. Passes it, and it's one of the easiest goals Kovacs will score in his entire career. Man, I wish I got that kind of goal. I wish I could just score or shoot the ball. But I digress. It's not my time to crash out yet. Instead, North Shore fans should be crashing out. How can how can a goalie, like, back off that much? I get the goalie, like maybe like backing off slightly, but shouldn't you get close to make yourself big and cut off like the shooting course? Whatever. Dan Marino steals away, passes back to his goalie to Wall. Up to Gerard on the left. Back to the goalie. Kovacs is close though. Deli's pass could have been bad. Get up into Pana. Dan Marino has two guys on him. Bad pass. Intercepted. Jameson has it. Gonna pass it back to Austin. Up to Suzuki. Suzuki's gonna run up with it a little bit. Pass Nelson to Kovacs. Gets to Empire who shoots. A better pass from Kovacs there, and that would have been 1-on-1 with the keeper. No one in the way. Actually, well, maybe, Kovacs' mark would have gone in the way, but don't matter. Jamestown passes it short to Empire, and the shot goes over. Moved in from the corner, headed away, picked up by Austin. Pass it to Vetsia, to Bear, and it's cleared. So 3.41 XG for Paris. Undeserved. Hashtag scam. Return to sender. Marino gets it. Pass it back to Fox, who fires it way over the net into the camera crew. Baronson is going to shoot this in. Oh. It does find Ben Nelson. Takes a weird bounce and ends up going into the net. Let's see exactly what happened on this one. Looks like it bounces off either the post or Del Pirlo. Either way, it results in a point for Paris, and that's what matters for them. Fox to Tentacles, header by Fenterhausen. Fox picks it up. Gonna try it again, back to Tentacles. Loses it to the Vetsia. To Fenterhausen. Gonna change tactics to Suzuki, who boots it up the left to Tarandas. A lot of space in front of him. Has Empire and Nelson in the middle. It bounces off his mark, and Suzuki heads it. But unfortunately, it's not on target, so easy enough for the keeper to save. 10 minutes left in the game. Bear to Nelson, back to Bear, to Vetsia, crossed in. Nelson picks up a rebound, shoots, and it's deflected, so a little bit of a scrum inside the goal box there for it, but fortunately for North Shore, their pride is not hurt anymore with another goal, although that could change. Bear, back to Austin, back to Bear, crossed in, header goes over. Can we, trap all of AS Paris in the Eiffel Tower? And Vetsia picks it up. And it's a very nice shot, actually. I was going to say bad shot at first, but I was like, wait, no, that was just a good shot. We'll see if it's onside, though. It is. Yes, very clean shooting from him. Right between Gerard and Gaisberg. That pass was excellent too. Yes, had a little bit of curl on it. Hits the left of the mesh there. Oh, that was offside, wasn't it? You looked offside there. That's Y'all can go back and pause the stream. I cannot. Or else it might mess up the recording. I'm not taking that risk. Jameson to Suzuki. Pass back to Fenterhausen. Up to Nelson. To Vetsia. To Suzuki once more. Suzuki finds Sarandis on the left. Pass in, and it's cleared by Kitterpin. Austin puts back the blade of tentacles, but it won't matter as full time has been reached. So, ignoring Paris because they suck. Uh, 11 wins, going undefeated. Blech. Gross. North Shore, congrats to Miko Rashford II for your 200th goal. That's the only storyline that matters here. We don't care about Paris. So, you know. Although I will say, conceding 5 goals to Paris, kind of a stinky move, to be honest. And what's up with you, Paris? What, you didn't have fun just slapping the toddler and getting away with it? You had to curb stomp him too? Mm-mm. Either way. I'm sure I could beat them single-handedly in real life. All at once. One hand tied behind my back. No, legs tied. Legs chained together. I feel like I'm setting up a magic trick here. Like the one from Now You See Me 2, I think, where it's the water dive. Either way, we got some formations. What does that matter? What we're here for is the standings, the goal differential. 34 for Paris, by the way, is pretty insane. By the way, these teams, Gafsad, I think was in 4th there, and I think Kringthrepp is in 5th? They're either in 3rd or 5th. This game might shake things up, though. Last one of the night. Pedro up to Zhang. Pass back to McDougal. Pedro chips this one in. And the shot from McDougal. Hike then. Just slides in between people. Goes in. Oliver kicks this to Apostle. Phanto Benz picks it up. Pass to Homie. Intercepted by Oliver. Hits it way back to Ferguson. Ferguson boots it long to Oliver. To Phanto Benz. Okada picks it up. To Wall. Now to Pedro. Homie gets it to Phanto. And goes and kicks it twice. And good shot from Hunt, but deflected pretty easily. Kasich boots this in, bounces off, goes to Pedro to Kasich once more. Kasich looking for an angle to shoot from, tackled away by Lichtsteiner. Wolf almost takes that, but Kruthrepp is unfortunately just quick enough to recover. Alrighty. That corner is a pretty big failure there, but you know. They get another chance. Bounces back. Gonna be hit to Oliver. Passed out. Von Wolf clears it to Pedro. Good choice. Pedro tries to run up the side with it, but loses possession of it. Gonna cut back to Krungthorpe with a corner kick here. Hannibal takes it. Headed away by Hunt. Gonna bounce out. Nope. Goes to Hannibal. Back to Oliver to Hannibal once more. Shot from close range. Can be tough, but looks like Phantobenz makes it easy by blocking it, apparently. Oliver gonna cross this one in. Bounces away. Stroh tries a bicycle kick. I think it's the first bicycle kick I've seen all season. And not gonna lie, I want to see more. I might even give my player the trait tries overhead kicks, just so I can see more. Stranger to McGould to Hannibal. Okada intercepts. Pass up to Von Wolf. Von Wolf hits it to the side to Homie Esquire. Homie the third. Esquire Limited. And he crosses it in. The header goes over the net. Hunt into Pedro. To Walberson. To Wolf. To McDougal. Chips it over everybody. It's going to be booted long. Header down to Pedro, who tries to clear. Oliver heads it back in, though. Hannibal picks it up to McNuggy. Pass up to Stroh, who shoots, and it goes wide. Wow. He just trapped it nicely, but it doesn't have any volleying, I guess. McGould heads this back in. Stroh picks it up and passes to Hannibal up to Stroh. And, oh my god. How did Nakufo miss that one? What a phenomenal save from the Walrus himself. Hannibal puts this in. Bounces away. Nakufo picks it up, shoots, and Walrus collects. Give this Walrus a raise. Ow. My gosh. Lichtsteiner to Nakufo. Small little pass to Oliver. Bounces off, and Wolf clears it to Pedro. Gets to Von Wolf. Pass to Zhang. Has Hunt on the right. Bad pass. Stroh tries to go in for the tackle, but penalty on him, so. Lichtsteiner gonna pass the one in. Finds Nakufo to Oliver. All the way back to Wentworth. To Apostle. To McGould. Up to Stroh. He's gonna dance around. Takes a shot from distance. Walrus picks it up. And there's halftime, folks. Pete Martell swapped out. Apostle. Pass to McNuggy. Gonna boot it long. Tries to get it to Oliver. Homie's going to clear the ball. Apostle. Gets it to McGould. And Stroh, who takes another shot, but Walrus collects it. Walrus into Okada. Von Wolf picks up a loose ball. Pass it to Kasich. Gets it to Zhang. Zhang passes it to McDougal, who scored earlier. Gets it to Hunt. Hunt's going to dance around. Gonna pass back to Zhang at the last second. Zhang's gonna look for a chance to shoot. Ferguson collects that shot. Still a great attempt from Kapstad. Free kick. Headed away to Kufo. Kufo's going to dance around. Puts it in the box, but Martell clears it. It's headed back in, but Looks like Hunt has it. Ooh, lose it to Oliver, though. Oliver passed to Apostle, who shoots, and Walrus again picks this one up. Despite Krungthrepp having almost 2 XG, they have 0 goals. And Capstad at one point they had 0.24 XG and 1 goal. Doesn't matter now, it's Oliver's corner kick finds Stroh. And Stroh, who's been taking plenty of shots tonight, finally finds the back of the net. Not good for him. I mean, it's good for him, but like not good for me. So, you know, this one goes long. Dougal heads it to Pedro. Hits it up to Zhang. It's going to be booed up to Martel. Martel's going to pass it to Zhang, who shoots. Goes way over the net. Thanks to a tip from Ferguson, I might add. Kasich boots this long. Hunt picks it up. Shoots! Ferguson hits it over the net once more. That was a very, very good opportunity. Very promising. Kasich's going to take this corner. And header down. That was a little frisky. Ferguson, that could have been one that could have been missed, but Ferguson collects nicely. Pedro to McDougal. Back to Hunt. Score is 1-1 right now. Ooh, McNuggy manages to steal that away. Gonna slow the play down, though. Allows Capstad's defense to get back into position. McNuggy up to Nakufo. Takes a shot from mega distance. Walrus does not allow that one to go in. Oliver boots this from the corner. And it looks like Von Wolf, me, of all people, playing defense and blocking a shot. Are you kidding me? Must have been an accident. I can already see the media. The coach told me to stand there. So I did. That's it. I was just resting against the pole and the ball happened to hit off my feet. Either way. Walrus is going to kick this short to McDougal, who chips it over to the other side of the field to Homie. Homie the homie. I'll call him Homie because my homie is Homie. Okada has the ball. Pass back to Wolf to Pedro. Back to Wolf once more. To McDougal, trying to build this play up. Slow and steady. Up to Hunt on the right. Hunt's going to rush forward. Does he have the speed to get past Hannibal? Barely. And it's header. And Freeze makes an excellent save. Kasich heads it down to Pedro. Pedro to Homie, who shoots. And that goes over the net. He should have chipped that one to Von Wolf to do a overhead kick. You know, do a bicycle kick of his own. Bam! Tackle, punch! You know, that kind of thing. Hunt to Zhang. Has room, shoots. Rebound to Kasich, who also shoots, but goes way over. Oh, and Dante Von Wolf strays an offside. Who would have done thunk? Stroh has a good opportunity, and the shot does curl a bit, but not nearly enough to go in the net. 80 minutes into the game, not much time left. McNuggy running down the left. Hunt steals it away pretty easily, to be honest. Takes a little dribble, doesn't get a good pass to Wolf, though. Instead, Hannibal intercepts, pass to Stroh, now to Kufo, back to Hannibal. Has guys, takes the shot from distance instead. Walrus doesn't even flinch. That man is unfazed. He wouldn't be phased if Katy Perry walked by him and said hello. I don't know. Pedro picks this his free kick, which bounced off the wall up. Going to be crossed in long. Headed away to the other side. Dang nabbit. I want to score. I want to shoot. I want to shoot. Team, let me shoot. Either way, Kasich hits it long, intercepted by Lichtsteiner. It finds Nakufo. Bad touch. McDougal takes it back, but end of highlight despite it being passed into enemy territory. Header. Nakufo picks this one up. Pass back to Astringent to Apostle to Oliver. Back to Apostle. Covered by Martel. Back to Oliver. Chips it over everybody. The header. Oh, Walrus makes one of the most clutch last-second saves I've seen yet. On the line. Like, pretty much on the line. So it looks like they're not even. Yeah, it doesn't look like they're gonna take a chance here. Although I'm kind of open there. Okada, kick it, boot it long for me. Boot it long for me. Come on, Okada. Give me one chance. Give me one chance, Okada. He doesn't. Well, you know what they say, folks. Screw Okada. He doesn't give me a chance. Nah. Sim gonna sim. That's what they say. Sim didn't want to give me a chance, so so they didn't. Still, I probably lead the league in offsides, so that's cool. I had 3 tackles. No, 3 fouls. I'm not made to tackle. I should never tackle ever again. Either way, folks, other than being silly, um, we got one last thing to do before we call it a night. At least I call it night. Little fourth wall breaking for you all right now, but it is currently 11:56 p.m. So still Wednesday, but not for long. All that's left to do is check out these final rankings. Paris is going to remain in first. North Shore remains in second. Krunthrep remains in third. Capstad remains in fourth. Magyar remains in fifth. And London remains last place without a win this season. Paris remains undefeated, but they do have 1 draw on the record. Their goal differential is absolutely bat crap bonkers, baby. Everyone else is in the negatives. That's kind of nuts. 31 points. They are 13 ahead of the neck of North Shore, so they have they're safe, very very safe. Either way, thank you everybody for watching. Stay safe, stay hydrated, stay cool. I will catch you all next time. Bye bye.